Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk you through the reduce only, maker only, and leverage limiter options, and some examples of how you might use them in your trading. Let's start with the reduce only option. Personally, I use it all the time, and I find it to be a very valuable tool. The reduce only option is used to ensure that a new position can't be opened, and it's especially valuable if you have multiple orders. As an example, let's assume you're long 1,000 contracts and you want to close your position. You would do this by placing an order to sell $1,000. Now, if you accidentally sold, say, $1,500, you would not just close out your position, but you'd also end up with a negative position. You'd be short $500. The reduce only option ensures that your trade only ever reduces exposure. So in our example, if you're long $1,000 and accidentally sell $1,500 with the reduce only option selected, you'd still end up only selling $1,000 and you'd have zero position at the end. Of course, assuming your position fully executes. Let's have a look at how this works in the demo website. So here we are in the demo website. As you can see, we're currently long 1,000 contracts and we want to close our position. However, we've accidentally entered 1,500 into the quantity field. So when we go hit sell or short, we not only close our position, we actually also open a $500 short position. Let's reset it back. So here we are, we're long 1,000 contracts. This time we're going to do the same thing, same quantity, but we're going to hit the reduce only button. And what you'll find now is when we sell our position, it closes the position out. So it only sold 1,000 contracts even though the order was for 1,500, and that's because of the reduce only function. Before I understood how to use the reduce only function, I had made the mistake of overcorrecting when trying to close a position. Personally, I always use reduce only when I'm trying to close a position, especially with conditional orders. The maker only option will block your limit order if it crosses the spread. It ensures that your order goes into the book as a maker order instead of inadvertently becoming a taker order. It's helpful if you're trying to place a limit order as close to mid as possible. Let's have a quick look at how this works in the demo platform. So here we are in the demo platform. We're going to place an order for $1,000 and we're going to pick a price that's deep on the other side of the spread. We're going to hit buy, and as you can see, the trade immediately executes because you've crossed the spread. Let's do the same exact thing, but select maker only this time. Now when we hit buy, you get an error message saying the trade does not go through because it would have executed. So the maker only option keeps you from crossing the spread with your limit orders. And the maker only tool is handy for trading on screen, but in practice, it tends to be more heavily used by market makers, and generally those that are submitting batch orders over API. So as a bit of market color, market makers will generally quote at a few levels. For example, they may quote a small limit order as close to mid as possible. They'll put another limit order 1% from mid and another limit order 2% from mid. Those prices are referred to as levels. In practice, a large market maker will actually quote bids and asks on both sides of mid at many different levels, and they'll do it at the same time. They're updating these orders several times per second, and it means there's a relatively high chance they might inadvertently cross the mid price with one of the orders. The maker only tool is a very valuable tool for these market makers because it helps to make sure they never cross mid. However, it's also a very valuable tool for normal on-screen traders who are trying to place a price at best bid or best ask. The leverage limiter allows you to set the maximum leverage that you would like to have upon entering the position. This works by telling the user the margin that is required in order to open position at a certain leverage. Some trader strategies have maximum leverage limits, and the limiter is an easy way to stay within your limits. It's worth noting that the leverage limiter does not isolate margin. In conclusion, the reduce only option means that a trade will only ever reduce your exposure. It will not add to an existing position. It's helpful if you're partially or fully closing out a position. The maker only option means that your limit order will be blocked if it would cross the spread. It's helpful if you're trying to price as close to mid as possible. The leverage limiter allows you to set the maximum leverage your position would have on entry. It's helpful if you're trying to limit your overall leverage. Thank you very much. We look forward to continuing with you. Thank you.